in the motor trade. So deal with the best at Top Cars and Commercials. Formula 2 racing up next. Oh, yeah, look at this. They're all there. Yeah, check that out for a front row. Richie, Avalon and Johnny. There you go, folks. Check that out in Formula 2 for his first ever trip here to the BurtMunro Challenge. Wanganui's Richie Dibbin of fame. If you've seen recently the CRC coverage on TV3 of Wanganui Cemetery Circuit, riding his Suzuki RMZ 450 around there in Motard Racing. Also rode this bike, but he didn't get the same coverage as he did with the Motard. And there's the yellow bike of Avalon Biddle, the world's fastest woman. And then we go to the number 10 of Johnny. No, not the best to start, not the best to start. Johnny's done better. I would say the other two might have had anticipation, but of course we're using flags and not lights here, so there's nothing super flash. When you have a flag in the air, you go to drop it as soon as it moves. Well, of course, even the wind fluttering it, sometimes you think the flag's taken off or being dropped, therefore the race is starting. So here we go, coming out of the corner and watching it, Richie Dibbin out of Wanganui, courtesy of Barracks, Carmack, Steel at Total Span, Mike Paul Inspections, and of course Brian Bernard Performance and Training. Brian Bernard with another great course coming up at Manfield on the 21st of February. I'd go as far as to call Brian the most respected man for training in New Zealand. I certainly don't know of others that are better. Yeah, there's a few others that put together the odd day, but for him to actually run a business on A, getting your bike to perform, and B, getting you as a rider to perform and know you're racing, with a maximum of 25 riders per course, another one on the 21st of February. Yes, it's up at Manfield, but it'll be worth every cent of it. If you want to ever go on a racetrack, I couldn't recommend a better one than with Brian Bernard. 21st of February, Manfield. All right, back to racing. Richie Dibbin, Avalon and Johnny. There we go, 1, 2, 3. So they're all onto it here in a nice performance at the moment. With Johnny at a 106 now. Then go back to Aaron Scott. Dale Fitch, by the way. Dale's got the fastest time there. So he'll be out on the blue bike this time, not the red bike. So you always got to watch which bike he's on. This time he'll be out, I'm sure, in the Scott structural bike. So we're keen to watch. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Johnny getting gobbled up there. Got to watch it, got to watch it. Some pressure on, pressure on. He's got it there. Well, certainly we can see now that Richie's gone out in front. Avalon for the second place. Some pressure right on Johnny's tail at this stage. So some work to do out there for Johnny on that Team Southern Suzuki Right Southland Nate Creations supported Suzuki GSXR 600. Same model of motorcycle being used by our front runner Richie Dibbin at the moment. Both of those two guys, young Suzuki dealers, and finding a real passion and a common interest in what they're doing in racing. So nice to see that. Both come from a motard background onto the 600 scene. Both two lightweight riders. There we go, Richie, Avalon and Johnny. Pressure on there is in fact Dale behind him. Dale Fitch, you can see Dale, he's got the red, white and black leathers, but he's on the blue bike and not the red bike this time. And putting all the pressure on with Johnny. Look at them going round the loop. Isn't that perfect to watch now? The fight for third place livening up. We've got a real battle on our hands. Richie, Avalon, they're gone. They're one, they're two. Now the charge, now the charge. Who's got it on the inside? Maybe the change coming up. No, it won't be. Still with Johnny. Still Johnny the advantage. Oh no, Johnny, it is a change. My apologies, it is a change. He got him. Oh, he came out wide on the corner. Came out very wide. Johnny had the inside line, but Dale went right around the outside of him. So a nice overtaking manoeuvre there for the well-acclaimed Helicraft Night and Day Stores. Joe's Garage supported rider. Dale Fitch riding the Scott Structural supported Triumph 675. So here he is riding today an MV Augusta and the Triumph. So two different bikes completely. So great to see his versatility and how well he's riding. So good on you, Dale. Lovely to see. All right, Richie Dibbin well out in front. There goes Avalon. There goes Dale. There goes Johnny. There's the top four. Oh, Seth in the field. Seth's in the field. I didn't even see him. Where did he start? He's making his move, Well, he crashed in this class earlier, and then when he didn't come back on the Ducati, I thought that maybe he'd put himself out for the day. But the good news is that even though, well, he must be okay and the bike's okay because he hasn't come out on the Ducati. Maybe the owner of the Ducati says, well, if you crash on your bike, you're not going to crash on mine. So here it is, a Seth Devereaux comeback at the moment. Did he start in pit lane? Oh, no, I didn't see it. I did not even see him on the grid. He obviously was there, but he has updated. So well done to Seth, Super Seth. There he is, the man leading our New Zealand Super Sport 600 class in road racing on this well-performed Underground Brown supported team motorcycle Mega Triumph 675. and late to get recognised in the race. So he was back in about 8th place and now in 6th. We'll see this time. There's Richie. He goes past Richie. Oh, changes there. Dale up, Scott. Oh, and now Seth on the tail of Johnny. Here we go. The two Southerners looking out for Seth. No, won't have it yet. Still with Johnny. Oh, look at that group. Richie's gone in front. Richie is gone. Then go to Dale, Ev, Johnny and Seth. Look at that for a field. F2 racing. This is as good as the New Zealand champs, folks. We call it F2 in this class. These would be there. And there we go. So Seth's gone past Johnny. Seth's gone. Johnny back from the 3rd place earlier. So he's got some work to do. He will now be back in that 5th place. So he went to 4th and now he's gone to 5th. He could learn a lot by holding on with those others. Man, could he learn a lot. So let's see where he goes with him. But it's the Richie Dibbon show in town, folks. We've said that for many years when it comes to supermoto racing, and he's now doing it in New Zealand 600s. And just going back to the name change, Formula 2 effectively means that we don't have to uphold the rules of sports production. That is, there's no tyre checking here. You can use any tyre you want. You go to a complete slick. We don't have any testing of that or the production of the bike that is upholding the manufacturer's recommendations. So we just effectively leave as Formula 2, so ride what you bring. They fit the CC capacity of the class. That's all we're checking for. The only other specification is fuel. Up to Seth for second. There we go. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, folks. How's that for Seth Devereaux? And it's dry today as well. That's the kind of stuff he might have done in the wet. The crazy man, the Tapanui Terra on board there with his lovely Triumph. So there we've got 2 Triumphs in that top group with Dale and Seth. We've got 2 Suzukis with Richie and John, and we've got Avalon on her Kawasaki. So 5 riders, but 3 different brands of motorcycles. 3 of them are 600s, 2 are 675s. The 600s are all 4s, 4-cylinder bikes. The 675s are triples, as 3-cylinder bikes. So here we go. There he is, Richie Dibbon. White flag, 1 lap to go for Richie. He hits the biggest margin of all of them. Now we go to Seth. Here is Dale. Then go to Ev. And now Johnny's coming. Johnny's after him. Johnny's after Avalon. Come on, Avalon. Don't let a young local like that get you. Is he? Yes, on the inside. Well done. Well, Ev, although she now comes out of Christchurch, she only shifted there last year, the young ex-Auckland lady of all the tracks in New Zealand. This is the one she'd have the least amount of experience on. So Johnny is the local, will certainly give that local advantage. You watch Ev, she will not give up, going all the way. Suzuki over the Kawasaki. And Johnny Crawford, what a race, man. This is magnificent. Go, John, on that Southern Suzuki. So there you go. Wow, what a race we're in for here, but it is Richie Dibbon. You'll take nothing away from Richie as well out in front in this field. Classy field, top cars and commercials, Formula 2 racing. Loving every bit of this as we get fired up for the run home. White flag not too far away from the checkered. Looking out for the 19 of Richie Dibbon from Wanganui as we see that lapper go past. Here's the checkered flag, well done. There it is. Richie's gone through a good margin. Seth, he's got the 2nd, the 3rd now to Dale. Here's the 4th, here's the 5th. John's got it. John Crawford at home ahead of Avalon Biddle. So Ev gets the 5th place in the end. Marvellous racing. Yeah, check them out, the rest of them as they cross the line, including out there Hamish Tarr. So Hamish, in fact, making a last dash on that one. Well done to the 76 of Christchurch man, Hamish Tarr, on the Norwest Contracting Humes Pipelines Super Tyre supported Kawasaki ZX6R. So nice work there from Hamish. He was followed by Aaron Scott, number 86 in our field. So good work there from Aaron. That's on the Yamaha R6. Behind Aaron, we had Jaden Scott. So Jaden now for his glory in there. He is on the Scott structural bike. And then we go to Dennis O'Connor in 7th place. So Dennis out of Christchurch on the MV Augusta, first European sponsored bike. And so that's in fact the 5th 675 in our field. 3 Triumphs and 1 MV. So the 4th one of the non-Japanese bikes. And then we had Daryl Grasson through there as well. Daryl to ride today, and Daryl's glory of 10th place to wrap our field, followed by Rex Minchin, Michael Lee, Mark Hodgkinson, Craig Thomas, Thomas Langridge. Good on you, Thomas. First attempt at the hill climb. What a neat character he is. The Access Man sponsored Suzuki rider from Christchurch. Good on you, Tom. Loved your attitude. And then go to Stephen Bates to wrap our field. So Formula 2 racing, courtesy of Top Cars and Commercials. Proud to be behind our fantastic event today. This is our E. Hayes and Son, what we call the sprint races. Why? The longest races is 7 laps. There's no 12, 20, 25 lappers here. It's sprint racing. It's short, it's fast, it's spice and splice, if you get that mix of my words. There we go. All right, so